Lace is a seemingly legal drama. I mean, where just like the tagline says, justice served, it says with a little bit of pleasure, but a lot of bit of pleasure.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it.
Yeah. And Othello makes it happen regardless, in and out of the bedroom, however the case needs to be solved, closed. He's going to make sure it's happened. It's led by Miriam Basir. She plays the title character, Lacey. And the show is really a legal drama. It is a legal drama that you have this array of professional lawyers come together to get high-end clientele out of any situation by any means possible. And Othello Charles is the quintessential, I keep saying, the millennial Renaissance man, meaning that millennial is very, very, very important because Othello will see you in the streets. But at the end of the day, he is a Harvard multilingual graduate. And he is Lacey's backbone. He is really the one behind fixing it, making it. He's the yin to her yang. Yeah. And but he has an Achilles heel. And a woman is always at the center of a man's Achilles heel.
We follow you on Instagram. We follow you on social. You have a beautiful woman in your life. You knew I was going there.
I love my baby. I love her to death.
That's so cute. First of all, when y'all popped out, I said, this might be the most gorgeous looking couple of all time.
It was funny. People were saying, and I know we're here to discuss this, but I was just touch on it real quick because people were like, it got to be fake. Nah, it's not fake. We kept it secret for a long time because we was trying to keep our jobs.
On Hello Beautiful, we're big on especially men who are super fashionable. So tell me a little bit about your style.
I would say, I'm going to be honest, my style has evolved because a brother was parking cars last year at the time of 2020. So my style was Ross, man.
Wait. Okay, we're going to get into that. Tell me more about this because parking cars a year ago?
Yeah, I was valet parking cars at the West Hollywood Edition in LA from 7 p.m. to 3:30 in the morning. And I was living in a one bedroom apartment with 2 other people. I was just auditioning today. I honestly, I'm so grateful for my life. My life has done a 180 in a year. Sistas came, and then All the Queen's Men came, and then Lace came, and then Black Monday came. I just finished a film. I mean, I cannot thank God enough. So when it comes to my fashion style, I think I'm learning. I got to shout out Apuje. Apuje is my stylist, and Apuje I trust him. And and now, you know, a brother done got TV skinny.
And TV money. Because
and TV buddy, so,
and you were no longer parking cars, which, you know, during those days, what did you say to yourself to stay motivated?
I'll be honest with you, Shamika, I did it. I did. I had faith that it would happen. But I've never said this to anybody, and I'm just realizing as I'm speaking it to you, I just succumbed to, I was like, I'm going to succumb to my circumstances. And I did my valet job as if it was an actor's. As if I was an actor job. I would drive in these $300,000 Bentley trucks, and I remember asking God, why am I here? How did I get here? And I just felt like God told me, this is what your life will be. And I'll be honest, once I let go and had the humility enough to say, I'm going to park these cars. And trust me, I saw everybody that I ever worked with in my career come through that hotel. Right? Everybody. And they're like, bro, you parking cars? I was like, yes, welcome to West Hollywood Edition. Can I have the keys?
Wow.
And I once the pandemic hit, I know it was rough for a lot of people, but God opened up the floodgates for me. And I'm very, very grateful for just, I never give myself credit, but I'll give myself credit to follow the word of God and just have the humility enough to grind it out. $13 an hour. It took me 8 hours to make $104. And I always said that I was, in real life, I'm a slave to my ambition. And I remember parking those cars and asking God sometimes, just take the dream away if you're not going to allow it to happen. And so I feel that Othello is a slave to his ambition, which is how he got here.
How have the Black women in your life supported you, held you down, taught you how
Oh
to
man, listen, y'all are amazing. I mean, I mean, paramount. I grew up with my grandparents, and my grandfather passed right before I made it, and that was always his dream. But he was the exemplary leader of head of household, which he's my hero. People are like, who's your hero? My grandfather. But my grandmother, man, she's still living today, and I'm just so glad I can give her the life that I want. But from like my grandfather facilitated it because of course he was working, but my grandmother was facilitating it because she was the one that was taking me to the dance lessons. She was the one that was taking me to acting classes and sitting there and waiting after working all day. She was the one that was up and cooking breakfast for the house. Debbie Allen was very instrumental in my career. She's who told me that I was going to be an actor. And I said, no, I'm not. She said, honey, you don't know who you are yet. And Beyonce. And a lot of people, I think Beyonce is underrated. Because I got the opportunity. I didn't go to college, but I got the opportunity to go to I always say the University of No's. And as an entertainer, that is I was like, I'm getting paid to watch greatness. You know what I mean? So I learned a lot just by watching her. She probably doesn't even know. I would just sit there and study and watch how she was just so knowledgeable about every facet of her career. And so Beyonce, Mariah Carey, Rihanna, all these powerful women were always at the backbone of me. Natasha Ward gave me my first role. You know, Angela White is the reason why I'm even on Lace. KJ Smith, which is the love of my life, is I always tell her, I said, baby, I learned how to be a leading man by watching you. I watched on this first season of Sistas that I was on there, and just how she really was just so open and said, hi, welcome. She was the exemplary leading woman. And we weren't, I won't let her know I was feeling about that. But
I was about to say, when did the attraction start?
It started day one, but she wasn't gonna know that. Now she know it. But women have always been very, very, very instrumental. And I have to give hats off to who gave me my, I feel like, breakout role, Tyler Perry. And Tyler Perry always talks about how instrumental women were in just his entire career.
There were a lot of women upset that you were off the market, but still love you, of course. How do you deal with just like all the attention that you get in this role and as this character, just, you know, walking through the world as a Black man, the way you look? So, you know, how do you deal with all of that? How do you stay humble?
I always said, I don't want to be a good looking man that's an actor. I want to be a great actor that just happens to be what society deems to be aesthetically pleasing.